Welcome to a brand new edition of Local Focus. I'm your host, Sebastian Noel. The season on the hardwood, it's winding down. We're at the pit next week, and champions will be crowned. And it's almost that time. It's always the most exciting time of the year when the state playoffs are here. If you don't have your NFHS Network pass, make sure you get it. The NFHS Network is your exclusive home to the state basketball playoffs. And if you didn't know, the state of New Mexico's state broadcast is usually in the top 4 to 5 in the country when it comes to state basketball championships. So one of the most viewed events in the entire U.S. I remember from a few years ago during the COVID year, the championship between Highland and Valley was viewed by over 200,000 people live. So the event is special when you're there live, but it's also one of the most viewed sporting events on the NFHS Network calendar. With that week right around the corner, I'm really excited to bring in a guy that has been leading his squad to a regular season district win, a regular season district championship, I should say, a district tournament championship, and now there's a lot of people talking about the Cueva Bears as the calendar turns towards March Madness. Hunter Butler is my guest. Welcome.
What's going on?
Man, you guys have been playing some good basketball, haven't you?
Great basketball, peaking at the right time.
And that's the thing, like everyone always talks about peaking at the right time and playing really well at the right time. And, you guys hit a nice high to start the season, obviously. And then, after that, kind of flew under the radar, still took care of business. But now, when you put a hurting on Sandia twice in a week like you guys did, teams notice, coaches notice, everyone notices, right? Mm-hmm. People are feeling really good about the Cueva Bears. Inside the locker room, outside the locker room, people are talking about the Bears. What's that like? And on the program, what's that like? How does that not get to you guys' head so you guys just stay focused?
We're really excited to just go out and hoop. We know there's outside noise. Coach Earl always tells us that we should be internally motivated, that he's not big on external motivation, but knowing that we have a real chance, that people are starting to fear us a little bit, it makes us just want to go harder and know that we have like a real chance to win.
Yeah, and whether people admit it or not, I don't know how realistic that was the last couple of years. I personally knew I was going to be talking to Kenyon at the end of every tournament, right?
This is true.
He's just that good, right?
Yes.
But he's not around anymore, man. He's trying to take care of business in the big sky. And so I think teams are excited heading into the week. Other teams know if they can bottle what you guys have been bottling right now, that they can make a run.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing that the Volcano doesn't have the Avengers anymore, the super team
right.
that they had, we knew that coming into the season. We were like, okay, this is our chance. Last year we knew we had super young team. We lost 90% of our scoring, 70% of our rebounding. This year it's the total opposite. We flipped. We returned 90% of our scoring and rebounding. And we just knew that we were going to be good and had a real chance. So we were locked in all summer.
So with that being said, is that something that Coach talked to you guys about before the season? Like, hey, we're returning our core here. Like, did he put the expectations right out there on the table, or did he not? Did you guys talk about that internally as players, or what did the offseason look like going into this year?
We had a really good offseason, a bunch of traveling, a bunch of just even more team building, more than we already were. He talked about how the standard was going to be higher this year, and that now that we're older, now that all of our starting five has real varsity minutes from the last season, we just need to be locked in and ready to go. And
what was that mindset heading into the opener? Obviously, you guys have Volcano right at the beginning, so you have a chance to make an early statement, right? Mm-hmm. What was the mindset of the team? What were some of your thoughts heading into that game as a team?
So we were nervous, of course, as anyone would be, to play Volcano at home. Right? Yeah. And that game, we just knew it was going to be so loud, jumping, everyone was going to be there. And Coach actually surprised us. We had our blue jerseys on. He told us we weren't allowed to wear black. And we went into the locker room right before the game to get ready, and he surprised us with brand new black jerseys. And that just fueled us even more. We love the black jerseys.
Okay, all right. And that game was, that was a crowd there too. Steve and I got to call that game. What was that atmosphere like on opening night?
I couldn't even hear it. I was focused. I was trying to win. Right after the win, straight over to the cheerleaders, grab the pom-poms. And,
right.
It was just fun. It was fun. That's my favorite environment to play in.
But when you pick off a team like that on opening night, clearly that makes that's a statement win on opening night, and that definitely puts some attention on you guys, right? And so right away you kind of knew after that game, like, okay, here we are.
Yeah.
Now coaches always tell me it's easier to be the hunters than to be the hunted, right?
This is true.
And so when you get that win right off the bat, now everyone's talking about the Cueva.
Yeah. After that game, we really realized, oh, this is a real thing. Like, we could really do our big one this year, and coming in, we knew that every team was going to give us their best and try to knock us off. But
was it good for the team to kind of get out of state early during the season? One, it's always great for bonding, but two, it kind of gets you away from the noise too, right? You get that out of state tournament right away towards the beginning of the year. How was that?
Yeah, that was fun. That was our first loss. We took our first 2 losses in Colorado, but we played like some great teams, something different. I've played the same guys my whole life, so being able to get out of state during the season, we're the first Cueva team to do that. It was just it was a blessing for sure.
What about team bonding? I mean, that helped you guys grow together traveling?
Like, in ways you couldn't imagine. We learned how to live with each other. Like, usually we only see each other in school, practice, maybe occasional hangout, but living with each other for those few days was it was just fun.
Who has the worst traveling habits on the team? Like, doesn't pick up their mess, laundry on the floor, that kind of nonsense?
Man, I'd say, I stink sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I get the travel tummy. That wouldn't be hurting me. But picking up, I feel like Drew and Maddie Martin are always kind of a lock for dirtiest room.
Okay, all right. That surprises me a little bit. Okay, all right. And then you get back into town, right? And then, I mean, the season goes so quickly, and then you guys get into the Metro tournament. Just take me through the middle part of that season there, including the Metro.
Man, that was just it was just a grind.
That's a long week, isn't it?
It's the longest, and for me, I'm blacked out. I don't know what even happened that week. I just know playing Rio Rancho that first time, taking the loss to them, that was something that we got straight back into practice. We're like, we can't let that happen again. Okay,
so then I'm glad you brought that up. So Rio Rancho gets you there, and then the Rio Rancho kind of goes on their streak where they're at the top of the mountain for a while, right?
For sure.
They had a super nice stretch going, and then things flip into district play, obviously, and then Rio Rancho's there at the top, and then there's their 2 district mates, and everyone's kind of talking about those 3 teams out of that district. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. It's a fantastic district. Absolutely. The champions have come out of there so frequently, right? But did that motivate you guys as a team, or was it better for you guys to okay, now we can just go to work quietly. Everyone's worried about these 3 guys. We just get back to work. What was that like once Rio Rancho went on their little run as the number 1 team?
We didn't think about it too much, to be honest. Everyone has their highs and lows, and at this point, that was probably our lowest point of the season. But we were just grinding. We still knew that we just had to win, so just straight back to work every day.
So then, you guys go on this tear through district. Oddly enough, Sandia gets you guys at your place, you get them at their place. So you're looking at probably a rematch for the tiebreaker, and just take us through that. I mean, what was that like? Yeah, it's funny because they always say, well, that game doesn't mean anything. It's only really to determine the number 1 seed in the district tournament. That's such bullshit. I know those games mean something to the players. They mean something to the coaches. They mean something to the fans, right? So tell me about that.
Absolutely. Sandia's becoming more of our rivals. I feel like I've played Sandia so many times in my basketball career, especially this year. But playing that game, we knew it was going to be, that was probably the loudest game this season. And it did mean something to us. To beat them by the margin that we did, it was just it gave us a lot of hope, and we knew that we would probably play them again that weekend. So gave us confidence too.
Yeah, and then the first game was just total domination, and then Saturday, I feel like the score was closer, but I feel like it was still a pretty dominant performance by you guys defensively and just all around. So talk about that. Because obviously Sandia goes into that game, they're thinking, all right, well, we got GAD. Let's see what we can do on Saturday, right? Well, you guys beat them with GAD and without GAD, so talk about that.
Man, we were making fun of Coach Orel, Coach Chris, Coach Julian. We see them at Sandia with their notepads out, they're writing everything down, but we go into walkthrough that day, and they have everything down to a T of what they're going to do offensively. And Coach Julian, he's really our defensive guy, so he tells us what to do to shut him down, and we execute well.
Like, the guy is a defensive genius. Like, I mean, you know, like, sometimes he used to coach at Las Lunas, sometimes his teams weren't fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because they would grind things down to a halt. But, I mean, I've seen his teams just take the life and spirit out of opponents' offenses, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, he goes to so many games. He watches so many games. I mean, talk about that a little bit. What has that done to your guys' defensive preparation, having him as an addition this year?
No, adding coach, we call him Jolly. I can't call him Travis. We call him Jolly.
Oh, I'm going to use Jolly from now on.
Yeah, call him Jolly. But no, having him on the coaching staff, man, he's hard on us in practice. He sucks the life out of us in practice so we can do it to other people in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Travis is one of the most respected basketball minds in this state for a reason, and I feel like when any program could add him, they would add a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to take our first break. We'll talk some more about the upcoming state tournament and football and much more with Hunter Butler.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We're back with La Cueva's Hunter Butler just ahead of the state tournament here. Before we dive back in to that, I wanted to get to the top 5 list. You're familiar with the show. We do top 5 things we don't know about Hunter Butler. Number 5.
I do a pretty mean handstand. I can stand on my hands for a minute.
Like a literal minute? Or?
I'd say I could probably do a literal minute.
Okay. Well, we won't have time for that, so I'll take your word for it. But how long has that been an acquired skill?
Since I was a kid, I was a pretty acrobatic kid. I was always doing backflips, front flips, trampoline parks. That was my thing.
All right. Number 4.
Traveling. I've traveled all over the world, been to multiple different countries, cruises. This is probably my favorite thing to do.
What's your favorite destination that you've been to?
I think Honduras was so cool. We got to go horseback riding in the ocean.
Okay. So you're like a world traveler.
Yeah, something of the sort.
That's different for sure. All right. Any trips planned?
I'm hoping to go on a cruise with some of my friends for graduation.
Okay, all right. Where have you not gone that you'd like to go?
I'd like to go to like the UK.
Okay.
Like up there, because kind of South America, Central America. Been there, done
all that. You've done that. Okay. All right. Cool. Very cool. Number 3.
Number 3 is my beanie. I can't go anywhere without my beanie.
Okay. Like the same one. Nasty, dirty, sweaty beanie, or you have like a just ton of them?
I have a little bit of a a collection, but my white one's my
that's your go-to?
My go-to.
So we never catch you anywhere without that.
No,
what is the head? Because I'm older than you. I remember there was like a no hat policy of any kind in APS. Is that still a thing?
No, this is the first year they haven't gave me any trouble for it.
Okay, all right. Well, the way you've been dominating, they just let it pass, right? Yeah. Well, watch, you guys start losing, they'll tell you can't wear a hat. Just keep winning. All right, where are we at? Number two.
That I play football. A lot of people don't know I play football. I'm not the biggest baller, but I go out there, I get my job done.
Yeah, and how funny is that? Because usually, the Cueva football is like a big deal, right? But the way you've been dominating on the basketball court, people are talking about basketball for sure. How long have you? What other sports did you play growing up?
It's always been football, basketball, track. I played baseball for a little bit till third grade, but it just wasn't my thing. I couldn't get down with it.
Okay, all right. And you have a preference, or you just?
Basketball is by far my favorite.
Okay.
Then track, football.
Okay, all right. I'm sure Coach Back will be thrilled to hear that.
Coach Back knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's a pretty realistic guy, right? Yeah. Number one thing we don't know about Hunter Butler.
Number one thing you don't know about Hunter Butler is, oh no.
You're not gonna draw the dreaded blank now, are you?
I'm gonna draw the dreaded blank. I have no clue.
Well, okay. How about?
Let me think on it.
All right.
Let me think on it.
What about? You did go through some off the court issues last season. Nothing disciplinary or bad. I don't want. I just want to clear that up. We don't want to start rumors, right? So something that was pretty challenging for you. And when I heard about it, I was like, wow, that is heavy for a kid to deal with. Mm-hmm. How did you kind of go through that? How did you navigate that?
So my dad passed away, and I remember the day I found out, me and my mom went and got McDonald's ice cream, and just kind of cried a little bit together. But
kind of puts life in perspective when something like that happens. Mm-hmm. And then is it times like that where you're glad you got a village to lean on to, right? Because you have the rest of your family, you have friends, you have teammates. That's probably where the sports really comes in helpful too, because you got a bunch of brothers on the football team and the basketball team, right?
Yeah, and dang, I was sad because day of my dad's funeral. That's the only practice I missed. I missed the day of my dad's funeral, and I got the news that Trey got in a big fight with Coach Orell. And I was really sad I wasn't there to see it.
Okay, all right. Well.
That was one thing that brought me a little bit of joy back, was hearing something funny like that.
Yeah. Well, did basketball serve as a needed distraction to help you process at that time? Because you were pretty locked in all season. There was not a dip around when that happened, and it seemed like you were pretty locked in. It says a lot, I think, about your mental makeup and maturity.
Yeah, it was something that felt so unreal to me. I was like, there's no way that he's gone. But it was something that I was able to move past, and I just got my business done. And then when I could relax, I could cry about it a little bit, but it is what it is.
Well, as we look ahead to pit time, right? How that's the dream in New Mexico, right? Everyone wants to run down that ramp. Right. Everyone wants to. How special is that environment?
It's so special, and getting that opportunity to play in the pit is something like no other. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's so different, football. Can anyone really? Yes, I know the thrill of playing for a championship, but can you really get excited for playing a game at Wilson Stadium or, it's Championship Saturday, but it just doesn't compare to the ramp.
No.
The post-game pressers up in the media room, just the environment of Pit Week is just so different, isn't it?
It is, and only thrill from football that I'd say is pretty similar is when we had the snow game against Cleveland.
Yeah,
that was something that had us really excited. But running up and down the ramp, and the pictures you get from the pit are so amazing, and maybe I could be a future Lobo one day.
Yeah, what's on your radar now for future basketball, right? This is something you want to do. You're having a amazing senior year, and I talked in my opening about how many fans watch the tournament, but I also know how many coaches watch the tournament. I remember watching the tournament actually upstairs with Coach Dominguez, who was the coach of the Highlands Cowboys at the time, and like he's up there watching games, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna run downstairs because I think we're gonna offer this guy, this guy, right? So like things are happening
awesome,
like, during the tournament, right? Like
For sure.
this could be a very big week for the La Cueva Bears, and it could be a big week for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Highlands, man, I love Coach Zach, and he's quite the recruiter, man.
I hear.
He's got me pretty hooked. I think Highlands is a pretty good option for me, and but I still talk to other schools. I'm probably gonna stay in that RMAC though. Look out for me in the RMAC,
which is a good league, right? I mean, that's the guard play in that league is pretty really good, and then there's good teams in that league. I mean, there's perennially good teams in that league. Fort Lewis is always right there. Adams State's always right there, right? So I mean, the competition in the RMAC is pretty tough.
Yeah, it's legit. There's definitely D1 talent all over the RMAC. And I have a good relationship with Coach James from Fort Lewis. He's my AU coach for ABC. So
how cool is it as a hooper to kind of see this year too? Like, okay, Highlands is having a good year. They're going to be playing in their postseason tournament. Western New Mexico is having a phenomenal year. They are playing in the Lone Star tournament. They have a very good seed there in that tournament. Coach Bunker is doing a phenomenal job. And then Coach Dominguez at Northern New Mexico, they're playing in the CalPAC championship game, both on the boys and girls side. So like, traditionally not all those teams, and then Eastern. I mean, we don't cover Eastern, but Eastern's also in the Lone Star tournament, and Coach does a great job down there. But how cool is it to see as a hooper, like, okay, like if I stay in state, like all these schools in state they're hooping.
No, I'm happy to see New Mexico balling. We flew under the radar for too long. There's real talent coming out of New Mexico, so I would love to stay here too.
All right, let's talk about Peyton Fuller's dunk.
Peyton Fuller's
still on my mind.
No, we were watching it today in math class. Our math teacher let me turn on the huddle film on Mondays to watch.
That's a little disappointing. I think you should have put on the film with my call on it, not the huddle film.
Oh, my fault.
Come on, man.
You're right.
Like that. Did you? Obviously, you practice with the guy every day.
For sure.
And so you probably know he has those hops, but it was still kind of. I mean, if you look at the replay, like he almost took off from the free throw line.
Yeah, he took off ridiculously
far back.
Ridiculously far, and Payne's gone for a few of those dunks this season. Hasn't made, I don't think, maybe one of them, but
I was there for a rim block. Like one of them got stuck in the front rim.
Yeah,
but that one just exploded out of nowhere.
That was crazy. We did not expect it at all.
And I don't think you guys ever looked back after that. That seemed like such a momentum thing. And then, I mean, you had one later in the game that was an absolute dagger. But, that was one of the best dunks I've seen in game, probably. Yes. I was trying to rack my mind around. I mean, J.B. White had some amazing dunks when he played for Santa Fe. I didn't do the game, but I remember one of Zaire Diabaje's dunk, I think against Atrisco.
Yes,
that was
what you're talking about.
Dirty. And I think he had one in Santa Fe as well. And then you've had some nice ones, but that one, I think because it was just so unexpected from where he took off.
So unexpected, and it was just like a big game like that, and like over someone. He basically could have jumped over Mateo if he tried. It was crazy.
All right, if you're in the paint there, like, and a poster's about to happen, like, what's your reaction there? Are you going business decision? Like, nope, I'm out. Or are you gonna? I'm in my mind, I'm always like, oh, no, I'm gonna foul this guy. I'm gonna put him down. But then I go, I don't know.
I'm not gonna write myself out, but we were playing Volcano Vista. D-Lun was coming down the paint. I made a little bit of a business decision. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Can't blame
I didn't know. I felt like I wasn't in the best jumping position. I'm not saying I wouldn't jump with him. Felt like I wasn't in the greatest jumping position. Moved out the way, let him get his highlight.
That's a smart business decision there. Back to where we started, right? Like, 4 teams at the top are really good, right? And so, what do you guys have to do to lift that trophy?
Man, it's just gonna take a good day swinging our way, and we're just going to work hard defensively. Defensively, I think, is what's going to win the game ultimately, because if you play someone like Remy, that he's dropping 40 balls, 30 balls, he's going crazy. If we shut him down a little bit and play in Sandia, that was our main goal, was to stop Zay from shooting. I think that was a big part of why we could win by the margin that we did.
What about, does it help that you guys have played Volcano Does it help that you guys have played Rio Rancho? Does it help, and Cleveland? Does it help that there's really those 4 teams are very familiar with each other?
Yeah, no doubt. And no, we all know those guys. We all know each other's tendencies. They know ours. We know theirs. And it's going to be good games all around.
And what are some of the things like tournament week that are maybe people wouldn't understand, but like it's a grind. I mean, yeah, it's cool, it's fun, the environment's great.
Yeah,
but it's also a grind, isn't it?
No, it's a grind. It's stressful. Everyone's kind of on their toes, not knowing what's gonna happen. Got family coming in, family going out. It's a hectic weekend.
Will you be purchasing a official state championship beanie at the pit? You think?
I will.
Okay,
I 100% will.
all right. And then like, what has been the most? Obviously, you're trying to make a memory this week, but you've been on such good basketball and football teams. As you leave high school and headed towards college, what's the number one memory right now that you'd like to obviously supplant with the state championship next week? But what's the number one memory right now?
I think traveling to Fort Lewis over the summer with our basketball team.
Right.
Was such a fun weekend. So many things happened. Probably can't talk about on here.
No, please don't. Please don't.
But,
we get canceled.
No, it was fun.
All right, man. Well, you're super, super locked in right now. Before we go, like, you feel like in the zone right now? Like, I mean, because you're always so smiling, having a good time pregame, but you're also super locked in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been noticing that. But can you feel the energy? Can you feel the leadership that your team's feeding off you right now? Like, guys like you have led a team to a state title before. Like, you go through the history books, it's happened. Mm-hmm. Guys just have a run during a tournament. Their teams just get in line and follow, and special things happen. Like, can you feel the zone you guys are in?
Yeah, I can feel it for sure. And knowing that it's not all on my back, we have so many leaders on our team. We're all looking at each other, and we know that we can really do it.
All right. Well, we'll be there. Good luck this week. Make it special.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, and thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.